path to success, the most talked about trail with the fewest footprints at the end. I don't just mean the path to wealth or fame. I mean the path to success, the path which ends in achievement. Envision this. In front of you are 3 different trails. On your right, you have a path up a hill with a right-hand turn. To your left, you have a straight path that goes on until it fades into the distance. And in the middle, there's nothing but shrubbery. Knowing the path to success is a long and vigorous path, you decide to take the right path. While going up this treacherous hill, you know from the beginning there was a slight right turn. But as you walk, you see nothing but a straight line. You want to stop for breath many times, but you decide to keep going because it's in your character to keep moving forward. Seconds turn to minutes, minutes turn to hours, and hours to days. And at this point, you feel like you've been walking for weeks. Finally, in the distance, you see something, and it looks like the end of a path. Excited, you start running uphill, dodging all the rocks and branches with the goal of achieving success. As you get there, you look around so ecstatic to see what your reward was for all that time spent. Just to realize, you're back at the beginning. This is a path of insanity. The ability to do something you know well over and over again, but fail to push yourself past your daily comforts leads you nowhere. For example, if I wanted to be more social, so I decide to go over to my friend's house, I'm not learning how to be more social, I'm just hanging out with my friend. I didn't unfamiliarize my surroundings, so I'm just as scared of the unknown as I was before. As you come back to the trifurcation in the road, you think it has to be the only other path there is, the straight line road to your left. You start to head down that road without looking back, as you already lost so much unrefundable time taking the path of insanity. You decide to walk down this road for days. Although much easier, this path seems to go on forever. After 1 month of walking, you finally see an end. It looks different this time, so you feel super excited to finally be done and claim your reward. As you near, you start to see 3 more paths. Different this time, but nonetheless still paths. And that you have just walked the path of abandonment. Absolutely frustrated, you feel after so much time spent, success isn't even worth it anymore. So you start choosing what path to take now. But in the back of your mind, you realize what you had wanted before. You told yourself under no circumstance will you give up during the path of success. You realize you've already spent so long taking both paths, so why should you give up now? Mad, yet determined, you run all the way back to the trifurcation, this time only taking 2 weeks. As you finally get back, you think, this is insane, I only see 2 paths. Where's the one I seek? Mad you have not gotten what you asked for, you start breaking everything, destroying every boundary you once had, looking so hard to find the path to success. During your rampage, you break the shrubbery which blocked a 3rd and final path. By leaving the boundaries of what you was told to be true, you unveil the true direction of success. I say direction because there is no path ahead, just bushes as thick as elephants and a ground covered in leaves. You decide to follow the Star of David as it dictates true north, and start finding sticks around the place to break the thicket ahead. Others would use unethical ways to advance, such as starting a fire, burning it all down, or they would even have equipment beforehand to cut the bushes ahead of them. But you have nothing. It may be harder for you to advance, but it is never impossible. You reach a long ladder jetting into the sky, and start to climb it all the way up. Once you approach the top, you look down to see a lake of wealth, a body of water, and a way to climb down, where some would cut and scrape their hands by climbing down, ignoring all injuries full of selfish intent, and where others would imagine them swimming in pools of fortune so they jump without thinking. You decide to take a leap, of pure faith if you will, into the body of water. For no apparent reason, other than you feel guided in that direction, and trust that you will be showered with everything you have earned. You gracefully land in the water with 0 injuries. The greedy people have landed on hard gold, killing them, and the climbers are now unable to continue due to injuries. Ahead of you is one final task, and the only thing separating you from success. There is a person, and they say, the path ahead is good assumed. It is not full of doom. Come with me and you will see a path to fill your mortal greed. Now the people unsure if they have chosen the right path take the stranger's warning and leave down another road. but you alone are fully confident you have worked towards and been guided to the true path of success. So you decide to keep walking forward. As you leave, the man looks at you and smiles wrathfully as he leads the others back to the start. Finally, you approach the success you have been fighting for. You only see a few other footprints of the truly successful and feel more accomplished than you have ever felt before. Now, this entire story was a metaphor for us. We're faced with many other paths other than abandonment, insanity, and success. But the main takeaway I want you to know is, you'll never know what true success and true fulfillment is in the path that you take until you have.